Okay, so it recorded to a new file anyway, so I had to start over again. Okay, so again, back to Ziggy and Lynn about their comments and stuff about the series so far to Harold Kautz. Lynn, I know you're a good friend of Harold's and everything like that, so, you know, what can I say? I'm not trying to rank him out and pick on him all the time. Sometimes he's just saying things that really upset me, and I'm letting it be known. That's all. Um, it's frustrating is the point I'm trying to make with showing you these two videos to you and Ziggy, is that they're here and you guys are not even watching the videos. You're not even watching the videos, but yet you're making these judgment calls. You're not looking at the imagery at all. You're not making any comments about seeing the imagery or making your own videos on the imagery. That may be one of the reasons why you're emailing me rather than coming into me on YouTube, because you know I'm going to go over to your channel. If I know what your channel name is, I'm going to go to your channel and see what it is you are doing. You probably don't have any content, I'm guessing. You may be just a distractor. I don't know. I'm going to press play again. You should be able to see all this imagery that's in here. This is the clouds. This is Abraham Pics series for Harold Kautz. No views. Shit for views. Straighten this out. And yeah, so anyways, I keep trying to say things, and then I get sidetracked. Across, the kids come down, shit happens, life happens, and I try not to let any of it affect what it is I'm doing. I try to make this as easy as possible. I put a dash cam on. It's a shitty $30 cell phone camera. Nothing fucking fancy done. Nothing fancy is necessary. Your eyes are fancy enough. Your eyes are much fancier with your rest of your electrical system than any technology today. You know, there's so many things that I said in those videos that seem to upset you. I don't know what to tell you. It's just the way it is. And the fact that nobody wants to face it and admit that this is the way it is pretty typical. I don't think anything new under the sun. Maybe Harold will see all this. You ever think of that? You ever think that maybe if Harold comes here and he opens up his mind a little bit to what I'm showing him and he sees it, do you imagine the advancements, the true advancements in human technology? Because we could go back to using the electromagnetic nanocarbon system the way that it was intended. We could go back to our electrical cells. But if all Harold's doing is talking about saving the trees, which are disconnecting us from the system, okay, they sap up all of our water and they sap up all of our energy before it gets to us because they're so tall. Doesn't mean we don't need trees. It doesn't mean we don't have bushes. It doesn't mean we don't have these things. We could still have them. We could find a 50-50. But if nobody's admitting that these things are even happening, then where the fuck's it gonna go, right? I'm gonna hit play again. And as I'm hitting play, I'm looking at all the imagery in here, and some of it I'm pointing out as I've been going along. But most of it I'm saying, why are they just not seeing it on their own? Why are they busting my balls about what I'm saying? Why are they not writing and emailing Harold and saying, Harold, check this shit out, man. You know, look at this. You got to see this. Look what I learned how to do. I was watching this asshole. Don't worry about that guy. He's an asshole. You don't want to deal with him. But what he showed me how to do, how to digitally collect this electromagnetic nanocarbon from the system and see it all for myself, you got to fucking see this, Harold. You got to see it. You're not doing that, Ziggy. Instead, you're fucking booing me and ranking me out and telling me I've got history all screwed up. And I don't know my history dates, and I don't know the times that dinosaurs walked the earth. I mean, obviously you haven't listened to anything I fucking said because I already repeatedly said dinosaurs have never walked this earth. There was no such thing as what we call fucking dinosaurs. So it's just bullshit. Hello? Hey, what's going on? Fuck. So again, these are clouds that are me driving around in the car, digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from my dashboard, cloud collection. I'm going to go forward a little bit because I already looked at this area for a while, so let's see. And my point here of doing this video anyways is to point out that Ziggy, you're not watching any of the videos. If you're not watching the videos, then I don't know how you could be making the claims that you're making. Let me see. Those are History Channel ones. Let's try to find... Hold on a minute. Okay, so here's another one that I know you have not watched. It's got 2 views. They're both me. I got 2 likes on there because one was under Michael Oziak and the other one was under one of my other channels. So we know you didn't watch this one. Let's see what you didn't see. Let's find out what you seen or didn't see in this one. Okay, maybe because it's like a little bit misty right here or something. But I still have to show it to you like this anyway. So maybe you're not going to see it, but maybe Harald will, because in here are all these images that are in these clouds. And anyone can do this. Anyone can throw a camera up and go do this. So that's why I'm showing you these areas, so that you can see the eye, the nose, and the mouth of the images that are in the misty sky, okay? So another important thing about having the trees in the videos and in the pictures is so that people will understand that we're looking at the clouds, that we're looking at the sky in these situations. So this is Abraham Pics series for Harald Kautz, part 12. The other one was part 14. So you don't seem to be really watching any of the videos. So you're definitely not going to know what it is I'm trying to explain if you don't at least look, because that's where I ask everybody to start with, is look. You're asking for explanation, or better yet, you're just accusing me of having false, explanation for what it is I'm showing you. I'm just being, honest and direct. There goes the fucking... Plug this in. Press pause. Okay, I may have to keep pausing and playing. I've got some family emergencies going on and stuff like that, so I want to try to keep making it through this. I want to try to get my responses to Ziggy. I usually don't even really make this much of a response, to be honest with you, Ziggy, but you seem like an older, mature person, and maybe you'll get around to understanding where I'm coming from, so I'll give it a shot. And if you do, then, you and Lynn can go back to Harald and talk to him about what it is. We don't have to work together or anything. I'm just asking you to see it. And right now we're on Abraham Pics series, Harald Kautz number 12, and it's got 0 views. You've never watched it. So let's see what you did not see. Let's look at this for a minute. Put some light in. So that, again, that's what I think is happening, is you're looking up here in the light mist and you're not able to see them. I don't know. I have to give people all the images so they see them in every which way, in every environment, in every light, in every shadow, and every which way, so that they have a chance of understanding what it is I'm showing you. Okay. Um, I'm not the best camera guy either, and I have a lot of flaws, definitely. Aside from the swearing and talking shit. Aside from that, I have a whole bunch of other flaws too. My camera equipment sucks. So, I assume when you never came to this particular video, when you never came here, you never seen the eye, the nose, and the mouth open with the teeth and stuff of this very large image that you could see the whole head. And probably when you looked, you didn't see that one. All right, and then this one here, eye, nose down here, mouth right here of that large human face. It may not look too human to you, but go ahead and look at it for a couple minutes and it will. Or this one here, eye, nose, and mouth with a canine nose. I'll put it in the canine category. Or you can go to the larger one that one's within, which is bulgy eye, canine nose for sure, no doubt, because the snout's there and everything. Canine nose, canine mouth open with the tongue sticking out. Is that the one that you, did you miss that one when you didn't look at this video? How about this one where it's half and half? You also got this one where the eye is here, the nose is here, the mouth is here, and it's looking off. And we get my arrow in here in that direction. Did you see that one? All right, and then in here you have several of them that are in this foggy, misty thing that also mix with the other side. Up here you got eye. Look at all the triangles too, by the way, the builders that I'm telling you about. What you're seeing when you see the triangles is you're not seeing the builders, you're seeing the evidence of the builders being there, because you're going to see the builders as absent. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see them to make them out. You'll consider them as absent, not there, invisible. But what I'm telling you to do is look at all the triangles and now understand those triangles as being the builders, and you're seeing the evidence of them, the remnants of them as they build. Large eye, that one I was pointing at earlier. You can come down and get the small faces, eye, nose, and mouth out of this human face with the big nose, still a human face. You can put it in the beast category if you want. My battery's dead, so I can't take the camera off the pole, but it's okay. Let's just play through this. I just hit play, so we'll see where I go next with the video. Again, when we look into the misty area, you should be able to make out some of this one a little better now. Again, well, there's a few different ways. So, you take that one. Maybe I'll do this for you. Which one am I going to get you on? This one? There you go. And then if I wanted to, I could crop both of them to try to get you the image a little better. Let the camera adjust for a minute. It's very, it's in the mist, so maybe that's why you're not catching it. There's a large one for you. Okay. In the misty part of the sky. Eye, nose, mouth open on that large human face. You see the nano rope running through this whole area. That's nano rope. You've probably seen it earlier when you did not watch this video. Because when you did not watch the videos, that's probably where you missed most of what I'm trying to explain to you. And that's why you're giving me all this thumbs down and boo and all that shit, You're probably just not seeing it. Let's keep going. I'm going to put my camera in my hand. You probably heard me mention this on a lot of my other videos because you've obviously been watching a lot of them, right? And when you put your camera in your hand and use it as a viewing device, you could add yourself a filter, but on these videos here, you're really unnecessary for a filter because you got all the contrast you need because I already added the filters for you. So if you just scroll your camera back and forth slowly, sweep it back and forth, and absorb all the imagery that you're going to see in here. I'm going in a lot of different directions so that right now you'll pick up the one with the bulgy eyes. One bulgy eye there, bulgy eye there. The nose is very distinct, and you'll be able to make out the mouth and the facial features and everything. Because he's got the forehead, the hairline, and everything with him. He's got a beard going on and everything, which again is going to be another image. So eye, nose, and mouth of another image, because it's image within image within image. From the veil to the ground, it is this way. I'm sure this sounds like a broken record to you for somebody who's not watched any of my videos. You're coming and watching 5-10 minutes of each video and then trying to make judgment calls based on something you have not even looked at. So, which is pretty typical. It's pretty typical of what most people do. Alright, so I can flop my screen around back and forth to give myself some more contrast and color and stuff like that. Come in at different angles. What I'm looking for is I'm looking to do the EMNC challenge as I'm going to do with you as well. Since you seem to have so many issues with all this. So all you have to do is aim your camera anywhere. Rocks, stones, anything you consider natural, let's put it that way. And what you do is you go bring it back upload it to your channel. You might have to start another channel if you don't want me to really know who you really are. Start another channel and then just post them on your channel and let me know where they are. And then I'll go in on them and I'll remaster them. I'll do like I'm doing right now, and then we can go over it and you can show me where you see the kangaroo. You can show me where you see the automobile. You can show me where you see the airplane, the tree, the flowers. You can show me where you see the lobster. You can show me where you see the, anything you want. The trees, there's so many different types. Show me the pine tree, the apple tree, right? Because they're going to be everywhere. It's just an image I'm looking for. I don't even care if it's shadow imagery. I'll even accept shadow imagery, which is a whole nother story that I'm sure you understand, because you must have went back and watched all my other series before you said all that shit to me, right? Before you made those comments to me, you went back and watched all my other series, and you know more about what I'm saying than I'm even saying, right? Because after all, you're the one that has the education. You're the one that has all this great intelligence that I don't have. And I agree with you. I totally agree with you on that. I would not even argue that. I argue the opposite of that. I'm arguing that your education has trained you to use so much imagination that you're not able to see reality. What I'm showing you, you can see for yourself. It is a reality. It's a reality and a fact, not a theory, because I'm able to show it to you. You're able to see it. It's a fact. You can deny seeing it, but I'm really shoving it up everybody's ass, ain't I? I mean, it's really all right there for you to see. Lots of scientific wonder for any scientist, so-called scientist, to figure out. So if you see it, then why are you not at least doing that and saying, gee, I wonder what particles in the clouds could have caused this to do this on this time. Even if you're a conspiracy guy, even if you're a lot more like Harald, you should be able to appreciate what I'm showing you here and figure out the scientific explanation why you would see in your imagination that some asshole showing you online and able to point out to you, and you're able to recognize it and see it. Eye, nose, and mouth of a human face. You can see the hairline. You can see the hairline around it. You can see its forehead. You can see its eyebrows. You can come in at different angles and really look at that fucking thing. Okay? Then you can move your camera a little bit and you can start seeing that it's image within image within image everywhere you fucking look. So I understand if you don't like the way I'm explaining things, and I understand if you don't like the way I talk and whatever, that's fine. So go do what I'm showing you how to do, and then you'll be the one, right? I'm just warning people, fair warning. That's why I go moon, rocks, snow, ice, clouds, and jump all over the place, because you yourself are somebody who believes in what you read in the books and what you watch in movies and on television and that kind of thing, which counts for pretty much 7.8 billion people believe whatever they're told, taught, hear. That is my evidence that if I'm able to show it to you and you still remain in denial of it, that's my evidence that you're part of the 7.8 billion. Now, there's a larger one that I can make out the eye for. I can make out the eye right here. It's going to go with another eye that's over here. I got that. And it also goes with an eye here. Eye, nose, and mouth of a face there. I see all that. But there's another one that large area is going to go for another very large eye. And because here's another spot for it. It's going to be eye, because they're the same shape. See how they're the same shape? But this one don't have the pupil in it yet at this particular angle. But I could still use this nose and this mouth on that particular one. And I can come around and look for the right angle to catch the other eye. And see if I get the pupil in. Because see how clear the pupil is on that side. So if I come all the way around to this side, maybe I'll catch it. Let's see. Yep. So there's the other pupil on the other side for that image. Right there. There's the eye, there's the pupil. The other eye's here. The nose is here. The mouth is here. You'll see more definition of his face. Not easy to point at all this and do it all at the same time. I wish I had some helpers, but I'm all alone on this. Alright, what am I at? 29 minutes. Let's just keep hitting. Let's go forward a little bit more. Oh, there's another spot where these pupils almost coming in too. So eye, using that nose and the mouth down here. Okay, let's go. Yeah, so anyways, so this will be it. I'm just going to make these couple of videos to you, Ziggy, just so you know. But for me to argue outer space nonsense with you, it's just nonsense. I would never spend my time arguing with you about that. That's like arguing with flat earthers that the earth is not flat. It's going to waste my time. If they believe that the earth is flat, let them fuck them. They're zombies just like you guys are. So you guys think you're in outer space and you think that there's all these space aliens and everything like that. That's part of your program, and if that's what you believe, I'm not going to be able to convince you of otherwise, and I wouldn't waste my breath trying. But I'm certainly okay with showing you that you're wrong, which is what I'm doing here. I'm offering you to go look at what it is I'm showing you visually. Never mind what I'm saying out of my mouth, because that seems to be some of the biggest problems you have with what I'm saying, and you're obviously not paying attention at all to what I'm showing you. So, what I'm showing you is what's important, not what I'm telling you. Alright, let's move on. So, let me know if you see, Ziggy, if you see any dinosaurs in the imagery or anything like that. And I promise I will, seriously look. I won't just say I'm going to look. I'll really look. Alright, so I'm almost at the end of this video anyway, so I'll just, again, don't be mad at me. I'm just a messenger. Who you should be mad at is Harald for not showing you all this and explaining it to you years ago. If you're going to be mad at anybody, don't be mad at me for calling him out, because that's always what happens. That's what happens with everybody. Everybody gets pissed that I'm calling their friends out, their heroes. Rather than, going and looking at what I'm showing you. Instead, you're getting pissed at me instead of going and saying, hey, this guy's calling you out. I mean, what do you think about this? Let's take a look. No, nobody does it. Unfucking believable. There are thousands of images in here. You're probably only catching one or two. That's not my fault. I'm doing the best I can to bring you around image to image and cropping and doing all this shit. But it just seems like I'm wasting my fucking time because everyone just wants to argue. I'm not going to argue with you about dinosaurs. If you believe in dinosaurs existed and unicorns and all that stuff, then fine. I mean, what the fuck do I care? I'm just trying to get this out. Then when I'm done with this series, and then if Harald never comes out and does anything, mentions it, it's okay. It's pretty typical. It's no big deal. I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to stay at. It's not going to be the Harald Kautz channel. I'm just calling him out. So once he comes in and says, "Hey, I seen your videos, I'll look them over, or if he comes in and says, I'm not looking them over, I think it's whatever. Either way, no matter what is said, fuck, hold on. Right. All right, so again, before this one ends, I'll just mention a couple other things to Ziggy, and then, Ziggy, if you have any other questions or anything like that, just message me in the message box at the bell thing. So this way, it'll be out in the open, you know what I mean? So everybody can see it and read it and stuff like that. And then when I make the response videos, because this is the way that I like to respond to people, is like this. And when I make the response videos, then at least it's up there, the message, so people can go refer to it also, to the accusation, the question, whatever. And then, and I don't mind doing it. It's fun for me to do these response videos too. Makes me feel like at least somebody's out there, even if you're not really watching the videos and you're not really paying attention to what I'm saying, and you just really just want to argue and stuff. It still gives me a sense of at least I'm not wasting all my time, you know. At least somebody's looking a little, or pretending to look, or at least, or whatever. Let that lighter go. And I mentioned to you too, Ziggy, that what I'm showing you here is not the evidence. I'm not attempting to say that this is the evidence. What I'm attempting to do by showing you everything that I'm showing you and explaining to you how to go see it for yourself, see, I want you to go see it for yourself. That's all. And that's my same thing I'm doing when I'm calling people out. So when I'm calling out Harald, I'm challenging him to go see this for himself, and then try to make the same assumptions and assertions of space alien nonsense and all that, right? Or I challenge the Bible pushers to show me the religion in all of this, right? Just like I always tell the Bible thumpers, yeah, okay, well, if the Christians, anyways, at least if humans are made in God's image, then why would your God be showing us feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast over and over and over again from the veil to the ground? Why would that be? And then see what their answers and their responses are. I'm just trying to think of things that would snap people awake, you know, wake them up and make them look around. But that doesn't seem to be happening. I just seem to keep getting arguments and people telling me how wrong I am about it all. I don't know how it's wrong when it's right in front of your face. You can see it. You know, I could understand if I was telling you it's all invisible and you can't. No, you can fucking see it, man. You can watch the whole system work. So it's not a guess, you know. And as far as my arrogance and being an asshole and stuff like that, Hey, and you're fucking nearly as arrogant asshole as everybody else that's out there. So I don't know why you're giving me a hard time. Alright, let's move on a little bit. There's only a few minutes left of this, so I'm going to press play again. There's a lot of people out there, Ziggy, that like to argue about whether dinosaurs really existed and whether outer spaces really exist. You know, there's a lot of people out there that like to do that kind of stuff, but I'm not into it. I'm not interested in debating and arguing. Not when I got evidence like this. You know what I mean? Maybe if I didn't have any proof of anything, then we could debate and argue back and forth about, hey, dinosaurs were not 16 million years ago, they were 42 million years ago, and blah, blah, blah. You know, you fucking have no idea, man. You're just reading shit in books and watching a lot of movies, just like I'm accusing Harald of doing. Too many books, too much TV, too many movies, and Harald might be a purposeful distractor. That's what I'm trying to find out when I'm doing this. Most entertainers are purposeful distractors. I would like to know which ones are incidental, coincidental, distractors. Maybe they don't mean to me. Maybe they're just going by their program, and their program has led them to believe all this stuff. And then not only that, but if you've been led to believe all this stuff and you show me that you're so fucking highly intelligent and prove it to me, that's my personality anyway. If you're proving to me how intelligent you are, then I gotta again ask, okay, then smarty pants, how are you missing all this? Why did you not call and tell me this years ago? Why am I having to figure this out, and then why am I having to debate with people about it when I can show it to them? What's the deal with that? You know, and then someone else would have those answers, you know. But that's not what I'm getting. That's not what I'm getting. So that's it. What else did he have to say? So I know you and Lynn both want apologies for stuff. I'm sorry that I cannot give an apology because I have nothing to apologize for. It's the whole point of what I'm doing. And as far as me losing subs, I don't have 60 subs. I've got at best 6 or 7 maybe, and out of those 6 or 7, 2 or 3 watch my videos pretty regularly. Everybody else is coming in from the public. And if you are one of my subs, which it didn't sound like you are, but if you are, you're anonymous. You're not down where I can see you, because I don't see any subs named Ziggy. So unless that's a nickname or something like that, I don't know. And Lynn also was not a sub. Lynn was just happened to catch me saying Harald's name a while back, and then somebody else must have let her know, because unless she's anonymous, she could be under anonymous, but she's not under one of my viewable subs or anything like that. Alright, there's 44 minutes. It's good enough. So we'll see how the video comes out. Hopefully that answered all your questions. Dinosaurs never existed. Space aliens never existed. Outer space never existed. Flat Earth does not exist. A ball Earth does not exist. None of that exists. Start all over. I'll be back.